Thanks for hanging out with me. Am I sad? Yeah, I'm sad. Maybe you could say that I am horrified. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. I'm in grief, right? Grieving so many lives and caught up in a story. Caught up in a very terrible story. We're gonna read a story today. Yeah, I'm sorry too. We're gonna read a terrible story today, the book of Ezra. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to read at least one chapter from the book of Ezra. So sad. The whole book? I don't know if we're going to be able to read the whole book on stream. Because, yeah, I mean, we will read the whole book. We've started a new mythological text. It's a later text than anything we've read so far. But I think it is relevant to skip ahead a millennia or so. So, yeah, we're going to read the book of Ezra. And after that, we will read the book of Nehemiah. Hopefully we can get them both done before the end of November. The world is such a scary place right now. Yep. It is indeed, Katie. It is indeed. So we're going to read some stories to try to get some context. Drew, have you read the book of Ezra? Daily office and spiritual life. Hey, good morning.
It's hard to flirt with someone who's in mourning, though.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not allowed? Are you on?
I'm live, yeah. Hey.
Hi. I came in to flirt with you.
You came in to flirt with me.
Saying the Kaddish.
Yeah, I mean, you could come sit down if you wanted to say words with me, but, yeah, I was just beginning.
You think it's bad that people kill each other?
I do think it's bad that people kill each other. I do. Drew has read the Bible cover to cover and the Apocrypha. I met Drew in Boston.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now he's on your live stream.
Now he's on my live stream.
Hi, Drew.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Marie's watching that one. Basically just Marie.
Hey, Marie. You're the only one who can see me.
My mother watches it too.
Wait, she's watching that one right now, though?
No, they don't usually watch it live. They watch a recording.
Watch it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. My dog wants me to go have a day.
Okay.
So,
I'll see you later.
Please, I've been so patient.
Good morning, Jada. Hi. How are you holding up? All right. So we're going to begin. A few shopkeeping notes before we truly begin. Obligatorily, we're going to light the flame. Baruch atah asher anat melecha ha'olam asher kiddushani mitzvotav v'tivani lehidativ letzitzit. Wow. It's been a hard several days. Yeah. I'm so sorry, my friend. Yeah, we'll say Kaddish. We will say Kaddish, that's for sure. So much to say Kaddish for. Hi. Yeah, so... so much. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Hi, Nee. I'm glad that you're here. I'm very glad that you're here. So, the live goal has been set. The goal is flame, which I suppose is fitting. So if you like this stream, you find it helpful and meaningful, God, it feels really not great to ask for gifts in the stream, so I probably won't anymore until the very end. Yeah, so we'll start with a tone. We will start with a tone. Deep tone. Take a deep breath in. Thanks, Homestead. Now we'll make a higher tone, closer to the tone that I want to sing in. It's vocal warm-up for me, you know. It's important. Hey Tiara, yeah, I come and I go. I'm very happy to be here now with all of you. Thank you for grieving with me today. So that's what we're doing. Turn to the Palestinian martyr. Okay, will do. Will do. So we're going to say some words from the book of Deuteronomy, written, let's say, 500 BC. And then we will move on to say some words from the book of Ezra, which just comes a bit later, maybe 300 BC, a few hundred years later, after the return of the exiles. And hopefully it can give us a bit of context for the world that we find ourselves in today. Bitter Kaddish, yes. Yes, Salty. Please do. What is self-defense? What does that entail? What is it to have a self? I wish I knew. Hi, Polly Pocket. Nice to see you again this morning. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, so we're going to say the Shema. The word Shema means listen. If you appreciate this player, please tap the screen. I'm a little low too. Yeah. Bit of, not bitter. Bit of Kaddish. Yeah, more than a bit of Kaddish this morning. Monica. Good morning. Good morning from Upland, California. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. I really appreciate the roses. It helps more people see the stream when you give roses, so that's good. Shema means listen. It goes like this. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Shema Yisrael Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Listen, Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh is one. The God of the north and the God of the south are one. That God and this God are one. Don't be confused by the different names that we use for them. They are the same God. Have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day. Yes. Let's hope. Let's not expect, but let's hope. Vahafta means, and you shall love. Vahafta et anat Elohecha uv'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odeyecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher nochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vitecha uv'lechtecha chavaderech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ohot al yadecha havichayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtaham Al mizuzot beitecha uvihisharecha. Thank you, Salty. That was a very excellent and well-timed mute. Good morning, Dr. Punk. Vahafta means and you shall love. Thank you for the rose, Polly Pocket. Thank you. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. And these words that I'm reciting to you today, teach them to your children. And recite them when you wake up and when you go to bed. And inscribe them as a symbol on your hand. Let them serve as a sign on your forehead. And inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. You're going back to bed? Good for you. Take care of yourself. And here comes the critical part. Right, this is the most important part of the prayer. So I hope you're listening. I know many of you have heard me say this many times, but it's particularly poignant today. V'chaya, ki v'chaya Elohecha el ha'artz asher nispa levatecha levram nischach ol Yaakov latet lach avrim gedolot v'davot asher lo vanita uvatim mili'im kol dua asher melileta uverot hatzuvim asher lo hasat v'kerim v'zitim asher natata ve'alachta v'shavata yishamer lecha pen tishchach et Yahweh asher tishacha mi'eretz Mitzrayim mibat avadim. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. Am I okay? No, I'm not okay, Salty. But I'm not okay in a way that I'm perfectly fine to be here with you and to be performing with you. In fact, I think it is my duty, or the role that I've given myself, or maybe that the world is giving me. I don't know. It's hard to say what fate is. To grieve publicly. Right? That's basically all I can do. That's all I know how to do. So that's what I'm doing this morning. That's what I'll be doing every morning for quite some time. We're going to grieve publicly together for the catastrophe that is unfolding. Second Nachba. So, to give ourselves context for those words in Deuteronomy, right? When Yahweh brings you to land that he promised to you, full of houses that you did not build, great and glittering cities that you did not build. Well, when did that happen? Well, one of the times it happened was shortly after the Babylonian exile, when the Persian Emperor Cyrus the Great issued a proclamation allowing the Jews in Babylon to return to Jerusalem and rebuild the walls of the city. So we're going to read a story about that today, and we will continue to read it for a while because it's a long story. Right, and so this is a fable. A historical fiction fable about what happens when a traumatized people returned to a land which was their home but is not anymore, and the steps that they will take to make it their home once again. Ezra. Shall we begin? You ready? In the first year of King Cyrus of Persia, when the word of God spoken by Jeremiah was fulfilled, God roused the spirit of King Cyrus of Persia to issue a proclamation throughout his realm by word of mouth in writing as follows. Thanks, Salty. I appreciate that. Thus said the king of Persia, Cyrus, the eternal God in heaven has given me all the kingdoms of the earth and has charged me with building a house of God in Jerusalem, which is in Judah. May your God be with those of you among his people who wish to go up to Jerusalem that is in Judah and build the house of the eternal God of Israel, the God that is in Jerusalem. Not enough characters here. No. And all who stay behind, wherever that may be, let the people of that place render assistance with silver, gold, goods, and livestock, besides the freewill offerings of the house of God that is in Jerusalem. Cyrus says, let there be a new temple. Let us rebuild the city. It is my political will, right, as President of the United States. As King of England, I say yes. You can go back to that land. You can. So the heads of the clans of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and Levites, all whose spirit had been roused by God, got ready to go up to build the house of God that is in Jerusalem. All their neighbors supported them with silver vessels, with gold, with goods, with livestock. Taxes were paid out of the Persian Empire to rebuild this city, and with precious objects, besides what had been given as a free will offering. Your tax dollars are going to build the wall. That's what this says. Your tax dollars will build the wall. They will make bombs. King Cyrus released the vessels of God's house that Nebuchadnezzar had taken away from Jerusalem and had put in the house of his God. Nebuchadnezzar had sacked the temple, had stolen from the Judahites. And Cyrus says, you can have those goods back. You can use them to rebuild your temple. These King Cyrus of Persia released through the office of Mitheda, the treasurer, who gave an inventory of them to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. The Swiss gold, you can have some. This is the inventory: 30 gold basins, 1,000 silver basins, 29 knives, 30 gold bowls, 41 silver double bowls, 1,000 other vessels, in all 5,400 gold and silver vessels. Sheshbazzar brought all these back when the exiles came back from Babylon to Jerusalem. So, they returned to Jerusalem wealthy, with the taxes from a foreign empire, ready to rebuild. These are the people of the province who came from among the captive exiles of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, who had then deported to Babylon, who returned to Jerusalem, to Judah, each to his own city. And now we have a long list that we will not read all of because it's long, but I'll read a little bit. Who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Seraiah, Realiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, Bana? The list of participants from among the people of Israel: the sons of Parosh, the sons of Sheptinah, the sons of Arah, the sons of Paha Moab, the sons of Jeshua and Joab, the sons of Elam. Each of these are given numbers, we see here. So many sons returned. Many sons. So many sons. The sons of Nebo, the sons of Magbish, the sons of other Elam, the sons of Harim. The singers of Asphas, the Levites, the sons of Jeshua and Kadmiel, the sons of Hodiva. The gatekeepers, the sons of Shulam, the sons of Ater. The temple servants, the sons of Neha, the sons of Kiros, the sons of Hagab, the sons of Gidel. I am Jewish, Texas wrote. I am Jewish. The sons of Neiah, the sons of Hapta, the sons of Solomon's servants, the sons of Sotai. The sons of Sheptiah, the sons of Hatil. Total temple servants and sons of Solomon's servants, 392. Good morning, Shelley Garcia. How are you? Thank you. The following were those who came up from Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Adon, Immer, and were unable to tell whether, and Immer, this is critical, they were unable to tell whether their father's house and descent were Israelites. So there are some people who came back from the exile who might not necessarily have had the same blood purity, if you will. They had difficulty determining whether they were a member of the community or in fact a distant relative. The sons of Deliah, the sons of Tobiah, the sons of Nekoda. Of these sons of the priests, the sons of Habiah, the sons of Hakaz, the sons of Bereli, who had married a daughter of Barzali the Gileadite, and had taken his name, these searched for genealogical records, but they could not be found, so they were disqualified for the priesthood. They didn't have the right genetic line, so they were disqualified. I'm using a translation from Safaria, and it's explicitly a feminist translation, for what it's worth. I don't actually know what that means, but I trust the translations on Safaria. They're scholastically, they're well informed. But I can't actually speak to the differences between different Safaria translations. Tishatha offered them not to eat the most holy things until a priest with Urim and Thummim should appear. So, there's some questions about who is in the community and who is out, who is entitled to call themselves a chosen person, who is entitled to return to the land that Yahweh swore to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to assign to you. The entire community was 42,360, not counting their male and female servants, these being 7,377. They also had 200 female and male singers, their horses 736, their mules 245. Have you been noticing the numbers in the headlines? Have you been noticing them? Enumerating people of the land. Good morning. Thank you, Polly Pocket. I appreciate the gift. Their camels, their donkeys. Some of the heads of clans, on arriving at the house of God in Jerusalem, gave free will offerings to erect a house of God on this site. In accord with their means, they donated the treasury to the work: gold 61,000 drachmas, silver 5,000 minas, priestly robes 100. The priests, the Levites, and some of the people and the singers, gatekeepers, and temple servants took up residence in their towns, in all Israel, in their towns. Okay. Shall we keep going? So the people have returned with money and with genealogies, saying who is Jewish and who is not. When the 7th month arrived, the Israelites being settled in their towns, the entire people assembled as one in Jerusalem. Okay, I'll keep going, Shelley. Then Joshua, son of Jozadak, and his brother priest Zerubbabel, son of Shataliel, and his brothers set to build the altar of the God in Israel, to offer burnt offerings up to it, as it is written in the teachings of Moses, the agent of God. And they set up an altar on its site, because they were in fear of the peoples of the land. They set up an altar. Let's be clear about this. They set up an altar on its site because they were in fear of the peoples of the land. They were afraid of the people who were already there. So they built a temple. And they offered burnt offerings on it. They slaughtered animals. They sacrificed animals and they burned them to God. Burnt offerings each morning and evening. Then they celebrated the festival of tabernacles, as is written, with its daily burnt offerings in the proper quantities on each day, as is prescribed for it, followed by the regular burnt offering and the offerings for the new moons and for all the sacred fixed times of God, and whatever free will offerings were made to God. Okay, we'll keep going. From the first day of the 7th month they began to make burnt offerings to God, though the foundation of the temple of God had not been laid. They paid the hewers and artisans with money, the Sidonians and the Tyrians with food, drink, and oil to bring cedar wood from Lebanon by the sea to Joppa, in accord with authorization granted them by the king Cyrus, king of Persia. In the 2nd year after their arrival at the house of God at Jerusalem, in the 2nd month, Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel of Jeshua, son of Jozak, and the rest of the brother priests, Levites, and all who had come from captivity to Jerusalem, as their first step, appointed Levites from the age of 20 and upward to supervise the work of the house of God. Yeah, well, we're going to read 3 chapters, Drew, because I'm engrossed and horrified. Joshua, his sons and brothers, Kadmiel and his sons, the sons of Judah, together were appointed in charge of those who did the work in the house of God, and the son of Henadad and the sons of their Levite kin. What are we reading? We are reading from the book of Ezra, about that time when the exiles in Babylon returned to Jerusalem and imposed their will upon the city once again. When the builders had laid the foundation for the temple of God, priests in their vestments with trumpets and Levites, sons of Asaph, with cymbals were stationed to give praise to God, King of David of Israel, had ordained. And they sang songs extolling and praising God. Who is good? Who is steadfast? Love of Israel is eternal. And all people raised a great shout, extolling God, because the foundation of the house of God had been laid. Many of the priests and Levites and the heads of clans, the older ones, who had seen the first temple, wept loudly at the sight of the founding of this house. Many others shouted joyously at the top of their voices, and the people could not distinguish the shouts of joy from the people's weeping. And the people raised a great shout, the sound of which could be heard from afar. That's where we're going to stop. Let's read that one more time. Those last two lines. Many of the priests and Levites and the heads of their clans and the older ones who had seen the first house wept loudly at the sight of the founding of this house. Many others shouted joyously at the top of their voices, and the people could not distinguish the shouts of joy from the people's weeping. Could not distinguish joy from weeping, could not distinguish victory from defeat. For the people raised a great shout, loud, the sound of which could be heard from afar. Your favorite part? Yeah, favorite part. Hurt people hurt people. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Alright. So that's the first 4 chapters of the book of Ezra. There's 6 more to go. We'll read them soon. Shall we conclude now? Yes, let's conclude. Poignant, maybe, yeah. We will conclude with a song. A song by Edward Sharpe. It goes like this. I don't want to pray to my maker, no, no. I just want to be what I see. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh. Not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray, Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat, Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Hate. Love Allah, God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my Maker. I just want to be what I see. Not like in a book. Not like in a book. Or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. No, no. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not a prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat, Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah, God made, God made, God made me. I'm glad you're still here, Jada. It's such a gift to be able to spend this moment with you. Thank you. Old friends are important. That's what I mean. So now we'll say Kaddish. Kaddish for Gaza, unequivocally. And Kaddish for all those who have died. Kaddish for our parents. And for our grandparents. Yeah. Did you just miss it? You're not being rude, Culp. No, you didn't miss it, Salty. We're saying words for the dead. We're saying words for those who suffer. For those who are close to us, who are no longer here. And for the deep patterns of life and death that we are enmeshed in and have been enmeshed in for 2,000 years, 4,000 years, 10,000 years, 200,000 years, 3 billion years, who knows how long. We have been living and dying and being marked by those who came before. Since the time that this was written until today, my ancestors have said these words in response to death. Yes, you did miss that prayer. Oh, Salty. I'll be here again. We'll be here again. It's not really a particular point to miss. We're here, right? That's the point. The point is that we're here. Regardless of what we are or are not able to experience, we are here together. Here's the mourner's Kaddish. Yid Gadal vid Kadash Shema Rabba. Bialma Divrachia Teviam Lich Malchute Bachayachon of Yomechon of Chayedikal Beit Israel Bagala Wisman Karivim Ru Amin Yehe Shema Rabba Mivarach Lialam Almei Almaya Yid Brach Vishtabach Vit Baar Vit Rabam Vit Nasei Vit Hadar Vit Alev Vit Lal Shema de Kudisha Berechu Leila Min Kol Birchata Vishirata Tushbechata Vnechemata Diamiran Bialma Vimru Amin Yehe Shlama Rabba Amin Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Yachol Yisrael Vimru Amin Ose Shalom Bimramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'Yachol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Ose Shalom Bimramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'Yachol Yisrael Vimru Vimru Amen. Thanks. Thanks for being here with me today. Yeah, thanks for the doves, thanks for the hearts, thanks for the flames, thanks for your gifts and your care. I'll be here again soon. Probably next time will be Monday. And we will continue reading from these old stories to try to draw some kind of meaning from them as we live through another catastrophe. I will see you soon. If you'd like to chat, I'm here. Check out the link in my bio. You can join the Discord server. We can chat. There's links there to other things. You can support the stream on Patreon. And I will see you again very soon. Okay? Yeah, Discord freaks a lot of people out, you know? But that is the way that I've decided is the way that I can communicate with you most effectively. So, yeah. Have a lovely Sunday. I'm sorry to have missed you too, Rob. I'll be back here soon. Okay. Okay, farewell. Much love.